Hey friends, I'm Jackie and I want to welcome you to my channel, Hearth and Apron. So today my video is going to be a little bit different than some of the others on my channel because my family and I were all feeling a little bit of wanderlust. So we decided to take a day trip adventure and to bring you along with us. So we're going to be heading to the cozy mountain town of Williams, Arizona. It's actually best known for the Grand Canyon Railroad, which takes you straight to the south side of the Grand Canyon, but that is not the adventure that we took today. Instead, we went for a whole other treasure, Bearizona. I absolutely loved it. It is a 160-acre wildlife zoo that is just nestled into the Ponderosa Pines. They offer drive-thru and walk-through experiences. We will only be discussing the walk-through experience today, and I'll explain that a little later. But we had an absolutely fantastic time, and I just can't wait to share it with you. If when the video's done you'd like to know some more information about Bearizona, make sure to click their website, which is linked in the description bar down below. They even have animal cams, so you can see their adorable animals anytime that you want. Anyways though, before we get going, I have a question for you. What are your tips and how do you plan ahead when you've got a day trip coming? I thought before we get going, I'd go ahead and share some of my tips and how I like to prep. So first and foremost, if you can, get your chores done first. Not only if you have somebody watching your animals is this key and essential so that they feel comfortable in your home, but also because when you get home, you do not have it all towering around you, taking over your life force and kind of ruining the day after what could have been a pretty fantastic adventure. So make sure to get your chores done before you leave the house. You won't regret it, even if it takes a little bit of extra time. Now, my next tip is right along the same angle, and that is if you have a chance, start your food before you leave the house. And this is, of course, if you have an Instant Pot or a crock pot that you can put on delayed response so that you are not doing anything that is not fire safe. Be fire safe first and foremost. But I had someone staying at my house all day, so I had my crock pot going with some green chili and my Instant Pot on a delayed start with some yummy beans. Now, not only did this make this easier for me when I got home and I did not need to worry about food, my house smelled amazing when we walked in the door. All around, it was just a win-win. So I totally recommend prepping your food beforehand if you have a chance. Now, my next tip, do your research. Make sure you know what destinations you're going to. Research the best food places. If you're somebody that lives in a remote location like I do, you do not always get the opportunity to go out to eat at random new places. So I like to make sure to see my options beforehand when I'm not feeling rushed and looking on my phone. I like to know where I'm gonna go, where I need to go shopping, where I need to pull off the road, honestly, and what attractions that I might like to go do. My husband and I travel amazingly together, but the only time that you will find us bickering on the road is if we do not know where we are going and what our plan is. So I try to make sure to be 2 steps ahead and always have that research done ahead of time. Now, let me know, do you guys like to do your research beforehand? Are you one of those amazingly spontaneous people? I've got some great friends that are just adorably spontaneous. It is just not in my DNA. I legitimately don't know how to do it. Now, my next tip, make sure your fur babies are taken care of. Just because it's a great day for you doesn't mean it needs to be a bad day for them. And if you are lucky enough to have an outstanding friend or maybe even 2 that can come check on your animals, I totally recommend you doing it. If you know it's gonna be a long day, you might even want to hire somebody, even if you don't have a friend that is regularly available. Now, I am so genuinely lucky. I have 2 amazing friends that do check on my fur babies and sometimes stay with them when I go out of town. Today, it was my friend Angie. Now, another tip, you may want to make sure that not only in addition to compensating your friend or whatever for spending their day at your house, but you might go get some snacks and drinks that you know that they're going to appreciate. Because the thing is, they're going above and beyond and giving their time and love to you and your animals. So it just takes a little bit of extra to make sure to show them that you appreciate that time. My next tip is make sure to have breakfast before you leave the house. And if you can, get a to-go cup of whether it's coffee, soda, water, tea, whatever it is, that beverage that you like to sip on the road, make sure to get it beforehand because it just kind of, it stops an additional stop that you're gonna need to go in somewhere and it gets you just ready and prepared to be on the road. I find inevitably if we do not have a drink, we'll get 1 mile, 2 miles in and everybody's thirsty. Now, in addition to that, having your breakfast beforehand is going to save you from having a subpar meal that you just were so hungry you needed to stop on the side of the road at whatever fast food thing is ready. Maybe it's just me, but personally I'd rather wait for something great. Now, and that brings me to my next part. Make sure to pack some extra snacks and drinks. The snacks, first off, because you don't ever know what's going to happen. It is always great to have something on hand, whether or not it's a low blood sugar moment. Maybe your car breaks down and you need an extra snack. Or maybe you just don't want to stop at that gas station and you want to get through and make great time. Having extra snacks will make sure to cover you on that. And the drinks, they're even more important. I like to pack an ice chest myself and pack as many LaCroix as I can fit in there because, first off, you can't really get those on the road, and I am not that into soda anymore. But also because you are going to save so much money. When you go to the store and you get a 20-ounce soda, you're gonna pay $2 for that. You get a Red Bull, you're gonna pay even more. It doesn't matter what you get. If you pre-pack it from home, not only will it be icy fresh whenever you want it, you are gonna save a ton of money. So, I am not one of those people that is known to be spontaneous in my life. It's just truly not in my nature. But what I am is just truly organized, and it really helps me because as a mom, I think that if I didn't do these things beforehand, I would have them constantly going in my brain, and I would constantly be feeling the need to make sure that everything was going correctly. This gives my brain a little bit of time to relax and chill out and actually enjoy the fun instead of being kind of a little too OCD in the moment. So these are my tips, but let's go ahead and get this adventure rolling. So we're going to just start this trip out with a couple in-car selfies. You can see my daughter was not feeling the love, so I cut that out pretty quick. And this area is about 30 miles out of my hometown, and I like to call it the Great Nothing, because to me, that's really largely what we see here for a very long time. You do not want to go down this stretch when you are tired because it just seems like a never-ending road. Now, we will actually be passing through Holbrook and through Winslow, Arizona, which is actually what inspired the Disney movie Cars, which is kind of really cool. You can see the Wigwam Hotel that is featured in the movie and a lot of other things. It's really cool that Disney decided to highlight them in that film, and you know, it's kind of neat growing up in here to be like, ha, when I watch the film and I see all the little reminders and things from the area. I'm sure you guys can tell that there was a scenery change. We decided to stop off so that I could do a quick little bit of shopping in Flagstaff, Arizona, and we decided to pull off on Route 66. Now, we did this for multiple reasons. A, because I wanted to show you kind of what the topography of this area was, because with all the pines, this is rather similar to what it looks like where I live. And B, because, I mean, it's Route 66. I had to go down it. We've actually touched up on it several times within this, drive, but I thought it would be fun to show you how I get my kicks off of Route 66. And yes, I am that cheesy. Okay, we are finally here in Bearizona. I am so excited. We are going to go ahead and pay and head on into the park. We're going to go to the walk-in side first because we need to use the restroom, but I'm so excited. I'm going to take a second to say that the detail that went into this wildlife park is outstanding. As you can see from these two toll booths with the carvings into them, a lot of thought went into this place, and I am just so thoroughly impressed. All right, so this is the walk-in portion into Bearizona. There was a nice parking lot, and as you pull in, there was actually a live band playing right now. They were playing covers, so I went ahead and cut the music out so that it wasn't a problem. But they had a beer area there, they had a coffee stand and a little snack place. This is kind of the other overview when we first walk in. This looks like an area that they would do classes. We decided to throw in a couple more pictures because, I mean, you gotta have the fun, right? As you can see in this photo, they had one of the pink Jeeps from Pink Jeep Adventure Tours in Sedona at the Wildlife Park today. I have not actually been myself, but they are a sightseeing tour agency out of Sedona, Arizona, where they take you on off-road tours in their adorable pink Jeep Wranglers. Now, like I said, I haven't been myself, but I have known lots of people that have, and they have really suggested it. If you want some more information on the pink Jeep tours, I will have them linked down below. Just a couple pics of the super cuties that we saw on our way to the gift shop. Now, as you guys can see from the gift shop here, there were so many things. I was kind of blown away by all of the options. I wasn't prepared. I actually have kind of a thing for gift shops, and this one did not disappoint. I did not budget for this awesome of a gift shop. Another random cool thing about Bearizona, if you like to have a beer while you walk through the zoo, you can get a cup and wander around, which probably will lead you to spending more in this amazing gift shop. So in just a second, you're going to see one of the treasures I got, that little I'm a bear in the morning eye mask. And I love silly socks, so I wanted to show you guys those really quick. But something else that I thought that was really cool about this gift shop was the extras. So in the middle, they have like this giant train set. I'm not really sure what all of it is. I think some of this is supposed to be Williams itself. And you see how they have like these pictures where they go into like some great detail as to all the little things and the time and energy and love spent into making this creation. In a second, you're going to see it's going to do a panoramic view of the outside of the Grand Canyon and the Grand Canyon Hotel. This was just a super cool addition to like this gift shop. I could have spent so much time just looking at all of these little features. You could just see the time and love that went into this. And then even when you look up, you see that there's like this weird like house thing on top. Like it almost looks like a set, and it looks like they're making the roof to look like rocks. I don't know. I was so impressed.
Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light.
Super quick, I just wanted to show you my treasures that I picked up from the gift shop today. This cup is actually one I picked up from World Market, but it was a super cute little brandy glass that I got. As well as these 2 stickers for my ice chest. There's kind of that rainbow wolf, and then there's the 2 gangster bears, and it says straight out of Bearizona. As you can see too, there's my eye mask, as well as a little wolf pin. I kind of mentioned earlier, I love to put pins on my hiking bag from all of my adventures. Okay, now we are outside of the gift shop, and you guys look at this area and this enclosure. It looks so beautiful, and then I started looking around and I realized that it got even better because this was the otter habitat. And watch the way he runs, you guys. OMG. And it goes over and it lays down in a line with all of its little friends, and they rolled over each other a little bit. I'm going to try and do a close-up, but it was kind of hard to see. And then I also got some pictures of them swimming, and also a close-up of my daughter watching them and videotaping them, which was special to me. But I'm going to try and not over-talk through every animal you see. Let's see how well I do.
I wake up from the sunshine on my face, so dehydrated, don't know what to say. Who's sleeping by my side? What did I do last night? Can someone make this headache go away? Yesterday was...
Okay, so here's the porcupine, and I was actually really happy with its little enclosure. I've seen a much sadder porcupine in my zoo experiences, and I loved its little teepee hut and the fact that it had a little water area.
Showed up at my door. They wanted me to go out for a while.
And we're off to the raccoon enclosure. The only thing that is really sad that you could not see in my video is there were some people over to the side taunting some of the raccoons with fast food, and honestly, we thought that was really messed up. But we were super excited to see it play in the little pond thing over in the corner and just to appreciate its magnificence. Wouldn't be Bearizona without some bears. This is the Grisly Bear enclosure.
Morning after feels the same. I know I only have myself to blame for drinking way too much. I guess I got caught up. Can someone make this headache go away? We were dancing in the dark with a feeling in our hearts. Felt like we dancing in the dark. We were dancing in the dark. We were dancing in the dark with a feeling in our hearts. Felt like we had it all. We were dancing in the dark. We were dancing in the dark. Whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, oh.
This is a little petting zoo where we saw some goats and some burros, but unfortunately it was still closed due to COVID, but we still really enjoyed getting to watch them play around.
Just 'cause the thought of being vulnerable made me feel less than I am.
Okay guys, this is a fan favorite for me. This was one of my favorite parts. I was so excited. This was my first time seeing a badger. You guys, look at it. It's so freaking adorable. It kind of flattens like a little anteater, but it's got that cute freaking face and it runs like a little puppy with short legs. You guys, I was in love.
That's the thing about you. The best thing I did, and I want you to know, was letting you in from that moment. I knew that you were all I missed. Baby, it took just one kiss. 'Cause here in your arms I can finally let go.
See, I told you we'd see my white peacock friend again. He was hanging out over by, I think they're turkeys. I've never seen a live turkey, so I think this was a turkey and there was no label, which makes me think that they were not pets as much as food for November, but I chose not to think about that. They were super cute, and they had this cute like little wooden enclosure, so maybe they are pets. I don't know.
I know that I will be with
Here, we try to see Francis. He is a white and black speckled fox, but he was not feeling the love and said no. Okay, so this is their little mine shaft enclosure where they keep some of the animals that don't want to be out in the sunlight. I thought it was kind of cute. You know, every animal pretty much in Bearizona seemed fairly happy and they had some really nice enclosures. The only thing that I can say is when you get to the prairie dog, you guys, it's the saddest little prairie dog I have ever seen. For all the great enclosures, step up your game on the prairie dog, Bearizona.
the best thing I did, and I want you to know, was letting you in from that moment. I knew that you were all I missed. Baby, it took just one kiss. 'Cause here in your arms I can finally let go. The rest of the world is outside when you make sure I'm all you've missed. Baby,
And now we're on our way to the Jaguar and Panther area, but we took a stop in to get another drink and snack. And you guys, look at the beautiful attention to detail that they put into this building. It really, I was just truly impressed. For me, detail is everything, and Bearizona did not disappoint. So this is the panther I was telling you guys about. The picture does not do it justice. This, obviously their little glass was dirty, but its yellow eyes were just so immensely intelligent, and its head was huge. Its paws were huge. You guys, like, I was not only impressed, but intimidated. I would not want to meet this creature in the wild. I'm assuming it's the same with its jaguar friend. And again, you guys just look at the enclosures around. I'm a detail-oriented person and super impressed.
missed. Baby, it took just one kiss.
So these were the last animals that we were able to see, and honestly, they are something that we are quite familiar with, and we are so fortunate to have them be a guest in our yard and our local area all the time, and they are elk. After this, we are going to take a quick, I'm going to show you a quick couple shots of the like outside area on the way back, and I don't know if they do events here, but if they don't, they should.
Dad don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, no. 'Cause the best thing about it is I know I'm coming back. Oh, oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true.
Okay guys, so we just finished Bearizona. Unfortunately, we enjoyed the walkthrough part so much that we missed out on the drive-through part because it had closed before we got to it. But I really feel like Bearizona was adorable and something that I am not sad. Well, I'm sad that we missed out on the drive-through part, but not because it means that we're going to have another adventure in the future, because I need to see those animals. I thought that I would share my favorite and least favorite part, and that we all would, of the trip. I have to say, the gift shop did not disappoint. I almost wish that we could have taken Hope here like 10 years ago when she was super little, because we would have broke the bank with all the adorable things we could have gotten her. My favorite part had to be the badgers, because they were so cute and they like kind of flatten, and I'm not used to badgers. My favorite part was the fact that I didn't get to see the bobcats or the foxes because it wasn't available at the time. I don't know if my screen just messed up. If so, sorry. We are driving down the interstate right now. So Nate, what was your favorite part?
I like the Jaguar exhibit, especially the big black panther.
His hands were huge, guys. He could have eaten our new dog Nabara, who is bigger than both of our dogs. He was so majestic. His eyes were beautiful. What was your least favorite part?
We missed the drive-thru tour.
Yeah, that was a serious bummer. Bearizona is amazing, not the cheapest. Super sad the drive-thru got missed, but it just gives us another opportunity to come. Hope, come to the middle and tell us all about what your favorite and least favorite parts were. Speak loud so they can hear you. She says her favorite part was the otters. She disliked the man taunting the raccoons with his fast food bag. That's bad game, guys. Don't taunt animals. It's uncool. Since our adventure today took us right by Winslow, Arizona, we decided to stop on our way home at Standing on the Corner Park in Winslow, Arizona. It is named after an Eagles song. Obviously, I can't sing it for you, but I will have it linked in the description down below. I'll see if I can find a YouTube video for it. And we just thought that it was a lot of silly fun. Anyways, I'm going to be closing out this video, but I wanted to take a second to thank you for spending this time with me. I really appreciate your support. I'm so infinitely grateful. Make sure to leave me a bear emoji down below so that I can say thank you. And also, I will see you next time.